Salute, salute. Salute to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. Salute to all my day ones. Salute to my new subscribers. If you're just not coming in, stumbling across my little old itty-bitty platform, as you come in, make a brother feel special. Wipe your feet all over the uncut welcome mat. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Share these videos. Definitely share the experience. Please and thank you, brothers and sisters. All right. Trolls. Do what my shirt say. Only God and your mama can love you. Last but not least, y'all know we got to give it up. You know what I'm saying? One time, yeah, we got to give it up to God, the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 salutes to G.O.D. We going in. This whole Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case has really gotten my attention. And ladies and gentlemen, I did not want to speak on this because I don't want to get caught up in this black and white agenda that they're trying to make it, this black and white issue that they're trying to construct it to be. But I've been doing some research and I've been reading some things. And while Mr. Austin Metcalf should still be walking among us, and what Karmelo Anthony did was dead wrong, okay, I have reason to believe that maybe we're not looking at the bigger picture. I have reason to believe that there are some things that occurred that no one's talking about. And usually the first one to tell their story is not always the victim. It's usually the defendant. Why am I saying that? Because the victims, the family of the victim, are finding their way back and forth to cameras and mainstream media the same way that someone pleading their case or trying to plead their innocence or trying to create a narrative would do. Y'all hear me out, okay? I'm not falling into the whole black and white thing. I'm gonna touch both sides of this thing, y'all. I'm thinking with a clear mind, clear conscience, all right? Put on your investigative skills, man. Let's think about this. Now, if Frisco, Texas is 81% Caucasian, right? And everyone else there, 8% black, then you've got your percentage of Asian American, you've got your percentage of Native American, okay? Which they all do identify as Caucasian or other. So that is true. That's not to be racist, that is true. Do we really think for a second that this brother could not have been dealing with racism? Understand that mainstream media painted this picture as if that tent first belonged to his family. And no one recognized him and it started raining and he popped up under the tent to get out of the rain. These are children. These are parents. What parent, what child? You may go to a different school, but you live somewhere in the same vicinity. I had people who lived 2 streets up from me in my neighborhood who had to go to a different school because of the district. But we lived in the same neighborhood. It doesn't mean that we don't know each other, haven't seen each other, we don't play basketball together after school or go court somebody's daughters together. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that. Y'all know I had to throw it in. But it don't mean that. It just means right now, district says that this is where I have to go based on my address. This is where you have to go based on your address. Okay, cool, we get that. What I'm getting at is this. They have scrubbed the internet. Yesterday, I found a video in which it showed a post. See, the last post they showing is God got me here or God got me or something like that from Austin Metcalf. But the post I saw was actually, this guy was saying, let those monkeys show up to the track meet today. And then he posted 2 pistols. That gives me reason to believe that Mr. Anthony was probably dealing with a racist issue. Why can't I come under this tent out of the rain? It belongs to the school. Most schools are about the students. He was still a student. And not to mention, why was the Metcalf brothers there? I'm not blaming him. I'm asking an investigative question. Why were they there when they were football players and this guy, let me get his name right, Karmelo Anthony, was actually running track. He actually had a track meet that day. So he had a reason to be there. Guess who didn't have a reason to be there? Next, everyone's pushing the issue that he provoked the situation by saying, touch me and watch what happens. Okay, now, are we thinking about the manner in which this guy, Austin Metcalf, could have been towering over him? If he was sitting down and Austin got up and towered over him, and it said that Austin had some size for a 17-year-old. In the pictures that I saw, the guy looks bigger than me and he's only 17. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So I don't think he was a small guy. You know what I mean? If he's standing over someone in a threatening manner, I would say, touch me and watch what happens too, because you're already standing over me in a threatening manner. If someone is walking up on you in a hostile way, you don't have to wait for them to make contact with you, hit you, push you, no nothing. No, they approach you in a hostile manner. Automatically, you're going to go in defense. And the law in Florida says that you can. That is stand your ground. I don't have to wait for you to walk up on me and slap the hell out of me. If you walking up on me at that pace, at that speed, and that anger, I already sense the hostility. I'm going to go in protection mode. Okay? So I do believe, a part of me believes that, you know, Karmelo Anthony was dealing with something racist. And did Austin touch him? If Austin did touch him, is that not a problem? Does that not create a self-defense? Why would you touch someone else? It is said that one grabbed his backpack, and it is said that Austin did touch him. You have the right to protect your person. You have the right to protect yourself, your belongings. This gets into the castle law. You know, it's a lot of things that back this. And the castle law protects you from your home to your vessel. And that's just your automobile. Okay? So we have to know these loopholes and the ins and outs of these laws and the policies. So I'm wondering, why is mainstream media steady pointing the finger at this guy like he's been a troublesome guy his whole life? You can't report anything good about him. You're only showing mugshots, and you're busy saying that Austin was a 4.0 near perfect student. But guess who else was? Karmelo Anthony, 4.0, scholarship offers from D3 colleges, D2, D3 colleges as it's being reported. You know what I mean? The guy showed the utmost concern. He's asking the cop, is he going to be okay? That sounds like someone who was possibly defending themselves. Look, I didn't want to do what I did, but under the circumstances, I had to do what I did or else. How do we know that had he not done this, that we wouldn't be reading this story in reverse, that this guy got beat so bad at this track meet and he died, and it's 81%, you know, Caucasian population? How do we know this? Just a minute, boss. How do we know this, ladies and gentlemen? We could have been reading this story in reverse, and we're making a big deal about him having a pocket knife, you know, at a track meet. Hell, I was 14 carrying a Swiss Army knife. We all carry pocket knives. If you grew up in the South, man, listen, you use that pocket knife to eat sugar cane, you know what I'm saying, peeled oranges, or any other fruit you came by, a mango, you know what I'm saying, it's that southern thing. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Did he touch him? Because if he touched him, that changes the dynamics. And what does the brother mean by, you know, there's a lot he's not going to say right now? And why did his story change? Why did his story change? First, he was just asked to leave from under the tent. Why? Because he was black? I don't want to say it's because he was black. You know, the school said that all students have rights to these tents. You know, they're there competing in the track meet. You expect them to stand out in the rain? Y'all let me know what you think, man. Y'all let me know what you think. I think there's more to this, and I still think that that brother should still be walking among us. He should not have lost his life. But I don't think he was innocent in the situation. I do think he might have been the aggressor, because because they were known as bullies. I've seen pictures of him shooting birds on his social media, but they're showing pictures of Karmelo Anthony shooting birds, and they're saying he's displaying gang signs. I've seen, pictures of Mr. Austin Metcalf doing the same exact thing on his social media. So let's make it make sense. What is mainstream media trying to do? Cause disarray, push racism. I don't understand. Y'all reach out, let me know. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power. All right? Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected. Stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut. Be inspired. Be great. And always, y'all know how I go. Be you. Ashe.